crisis for African penguins as legal tangles delay conservation efforts. Amid the escalating threat to biodiversity, the fate of the African penguin hangs in the balance, intensified by protracted legal processes. BirdLife South Africa and the Southern African Foundation for the Conservation of Coastal Birds, SANCO, are at the forefront of a legal battle against the South African government, reflecting dire administrative delays that have appalling consequences for conservation. The African penguin, a distinct species native to southern Africa, is on the brink of extinction. This alarming status prompted conservation groups to seek judicial recourse, challenging the South African government's handling of the situation. At the core of the dispute are the government's sluggish responses to legal mandates and its tardy execution of conservation measures vital for the penguin's survival. The case initiated by BirdLife SA and Sanko B contests the rationality behind the government's partial implementation of an international panel's recommendations concerning the regulation of the fishing industry near penguin habitats. These zones, critical for the penguins, are often exploited by the purse-seine fishing industry, which targets small pelagic fish stocks like pilchards and anchovy, essential foods for the dwindling penguin populations. Scheduled for a courtroom discussion in late October, the hearing has been pushed to March, following a series of postponements blamed on the Department of Forestry, Fisheries, and the Environment's inability to timely file necessary documents. This delay has not only slowed the progress, but also spotlighted the government's deficient commitment to wildlife conservation. Pertinently, the legal wrangling illuminated further through sporadic social media posts from the Democratic Alliance, hinting at government action to protect penguin feeding grounds. However, the conservationists argue these announcements are misaligned with the on-ground realities where actual protective measures remain inadequate. Furthermore, despite the government extending an olive branch for out-of-court negotiations, their overtures have not culminated in any decisive action, reflecting a disconnect between proclaimed intentions and tangible conservation efforts. Conservationists, frustrated by the government's dragging feet, stress that the delays are jeopardizing not just the penguins, but also the integrity of South Africa's commitment to biodiversity. As the case lumbers on, it not only underscores the African penguin's perilous plight, but also questions the effectiveness of environmental governance in South Africa. As pointed out by conservation experts, without swift and concrete action, the narrative of the African penguin may grimly end in extinction. Location: Pretoria, South Africa. Longitude: 28.18856, latitude: NACE 25.747868. Category: Environment, legal meta title: Legal delays threaten South African penguins. Satori News. Meta description: Discover the critical endangerment of African penguins due to legal delays in court proceedings aimed at protecting their habitat against commercial interests. Read more on Satori News. Meta keywords: African penguin, endangered species, conservation, legal battle, South Africa, wildlife protection, environmental law, BirdLife South Africa, Sinkaka. Thank you for choosing Satori News.